Well, hi. Don't ask, I can explain. So basically, I bought over 73 tons of Reese's Puffs so that I wouldn't be attacked by Toucan Sam. He can teleport through the Fruit Loops, I saw it on TV. But the problem is that a military-grade defense against a cereal mascot costs nearly an infinite amount of money, and now my wallet consists of nothing but emptiness and a raw hot dog. So I need to become the US Treasury and print money like there's no tomorrow. So I have two options. The first one is... you know what? Let's just do the second option. So according to this book, ideas can actually sell for money. So all I need to do is beat myself into submission and then force myself to come up with a bunch of terrible ideas, act like they will one day save humanity, and then sell them to Microsoft or something. So, Minecraft. I don't have to explain this. If you grew up in the 2010s, this game was your whole personality. Red Dead Redemption, some game where you cowboy, I guess. But what do these games have in common, you may ask? Nothing. Anyway, we should combine these two games because, it would be, fun and, playable. So basically, this game would just be 2B2T, but with cowboys. So obviously, you'd be able to break and place blocks, craft weapons, and ride horses. If I ever make this, I want the game to be like the world's most chaotic Minecraft server. So there'd be no NPCs, just a bunch of idiots running around causing mass chaos. The map would also be randomly generated like Minecraft, except maybe there would be slopes, because Minecraft worlds kinda look like me after I slip and bang my head into a cheese grater. I wanted the world to be like Teardown, where it's basically just giant Minecraft with physics, because it just makes it funnier, honestly. I also wanted it to be needlessly realistic and historically accurate, just for the sake of haha funny moments. Like, you have to do a minigame to reload a musket kind of realistic. And then we can inevitably start a war over Good Burger on the online mode, and it will be glorious. So you know that one classic game everyone played as a kid where you would have like two nets and you'd have to kick a ball into them, and then Billy comes over with an M163 Vulcan air defense system onto the field, and then So basically just soccer, but with illegal weapons I bought off of Amazon scattered around the field. So I guess it's kind of like Olo Bolo, but with ragdolls, so it's way better. So I was thinking you could have power-ups like a rocket launcher, vehicular manslaughter, anti-personnel landmines, and all new type of soccer ball with this cool rope so that it's extra aerodynamic. It's actually a bomb. And then you'd have either one-on-one or two teams, and the game would end after one team scores 5 points, or if there was no one left to play. And then when there's one team left, that team has to fight to the death because we can only afford one trophy. So, here you go. Nice job. Competitive games are pretty fun. My only problem with them is that they get stale after a while. You're always playing on the same map with the same weapons with the same strategies because that's what the meta wants you to do. So I'm going to make a competitive game where a meta is physically impossible. It would just be a hot garbage capture the flag game, and the movement and gunplay would basically just be a stock FPS game. Nothing special. The players would also be able to build like they're playing Fortnite, but then the map would be AI generated because I'm lazy and ChatGPT can make my greatest desires a reality, so it can probably make a map for a shooter game. So it would be randomly generated but then mirrored to keep it fair. And then I wanted vehicles you could drive around just for fun and a bunch of weapons with a ton of depth. Like, you could have C4 and you could use this as a trap, but you could also duct tape it to one of the trucks and then jump out of the door and set it off right in front of the enemy's base. I haven't really thought this game out much, or any of them to be honest, so sorry. I like retro games, so I obviously spend an ungodly amount of time watching dumb videos about them instead of actually playing them. So anyway, there was this one PS1 fighting game that got cancelled, but you can play it with this link, and it was called Thrill Kill. Anyway, instead of having a health meter, that game had a Mortal Kombat fatality meter, and the only way you could actually damage your opponent was by hitting them with a fatality. I thought that was a genius idea, and the fact they didn't get to see Cletus in Grand Finals is a crime. But there's another PS1 fighting game that did release, and that one is called Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is pretty fun, so why not put those two in a blender and then bury its corpse when it turns out that it sucks. But assuming it at least scores a Viva Rock Vegas, there would be 8 characters. The first one is like a stock Ryu Kazuya Scorpion guy, the mid-tier all-rounder. And then we'd also have Richard Mann, who's just Zangief but with money. There's a Spider who is just Kakyoin but somehow even more annoying. There'd be a Knight with a hammer. I need help. Lego. I forgot most of the characters. And then Professor Scientist for my last game because the one guy who played that will single-handedly increase my stock value by at least 204% from all the fan service. But after having 2 competitive games in a row, we need some kind of party game to stop people from drowning in all the sweat. So we should just make a game about what is inevitably going to happen at every party anyway. I'm gonna call it Bar Fight Simulator. I want it to be like that one bar fight scene that every great western movie and terrible road trip movie has. So you would have random objects you can pick up and use to beat each other to death. Everything would be pick upable. Someone's trying to glass you, just pick them up and throw them at another guy, and then throw the jukebox at him. I want to make it so that throwing different objects will do different things. For example, the bartender could be serving up Molotov cocktails that evening, so they would obviously explode. Throwing the jukebox would change the music, and then you could throw Red Bull on the ground, lick it off the floor, and then proceed to run at 48 miles an hour. And if your friends beat you, you can just throw your controller straight into their cranium. I might have designed an unnecessary amount of games in my life, but I will never officially be good at it until I get one of my characters into Smash Bros. So, because I have zero chance of being good at my job, despite my many pleas, I just designed the moveset myself. I also left out the A button for all of you filthy casuals. As someone who has sworn to never bathe, I had to simplify the following presentation to adhere to your inferior cognitive prowess. So, for his neutral special, he uses a cola grenade. You can hold down the B button to aim it, and it can be hit to make it fly in the direction of the attack. It explodes on impact with a stage or another player. His side special is a chakram. It can be charged to shoot out like a shotgun. His up special is a sniping rod, and it's literally just Byleth's up special. That's it. And then for his down special, it makes him throw away his eraser, rip out the contract knife, and then go straight to 999% but gain a ridiculous amount of speed and attack power. Yeah, so I should have enough to pay off my incredibly sophisticated home defense system. Oh, the book said they actually had to be good. No! No! No!